A new type of music became so popular in the 20s that it was called the Jazz Age. Louis Armstrong arrived in New York City in 1924. Armstrong was a master of a new kind of music called jazz. Jazz was hard to define, said Armstrong, but it was best defined as being characterized by improvisation, syncopation, and usually irregular or forceful rhythm. Jazz grew from a combination of influences, including African American rhythms, European harmonies, African American folk music, and 19th century American band music and instruments. Jazz combined the syncopation of ragtime with the deep feelings of the blues. To this already rich mix, jazz musicians added improvisation. Improvisation is the process by which musicians make up music as they play, rather than relying solely on printed sources. This was because many black musicians at the time did not know how to read music properly. Jazz was born in New Orleans. There, African Americans were demanded to play at funeral parades, minstrel shows, and as a part of riverboat orchestras. As boats and then railroads traveled away from New Orleans, they carried the new music with them. Soon, jazz caught fire in Kansas City, St. Louis, New York City, Los Angeles, and also Chicago. As a result of migration from the South, the black population in New York City doubled. They also brought their love of jazz with them. The number of nightclubs in Harlem in the 1920s is estimated at anywhere from 500 to several thousands. Although people could hear the jazz at nightclubs in the cities, most first heard them on music records. The first recordings of jazz were made in the 1910s. As the style gained popularity, many artists made recordings featuring their own work. By 1929, a survey of radio stations showed that 2/3 of airtime was devoted to jazz.